Hello guys, right, we're off for another battle report. We're up against Idic Beer. He's bringing his real nice army here. As you see, got his Star Trek theme in there against the Star Wars theme. So this is what he's got in his force.
So I've got two fire prisons just here, an array of scatter jet bikes. So I've got 4 squads of 3 of those. Have an empty Balkan just in the middle just here, and then we've got 2 wave serpents with minimum dire avengers in, another wave serpent with a spirit seer, which is my Royal Guard model, which I've typically got out for today's game. And then he's joining some Wraith Guard with D-Scythes, and then of course we've got the Lord of War there, the Wraith Knight. And I've got the Crimson Hunter, sorry, as well in reserve. That's an exile as well.
So there you have it guys. Eldar are coming against us. We shall see what we can do. For me, I've got my allied detachment. The old Rancor Wraith Knight is in. So this could be interesting. Wraith Knight v Wraith Knight, or Rancor. We've got 4 veteran squads. We've got these 2 with las cannons. This one has the primary psyker in. And this one has the 3 flamers and the commissar. And this one has the 3 melter guns. We've got the 2 Windrider squads. The company command squad. As you see, I've dropped all of the special weapons everywhere today, but you've got the master of ordnance, the medic, and that's it. Then we have 1 armoured sentinel today. He has searchlights, but we have no night fight. We have 2 manticores in, obviously. Then we have the new Wraith Guard and the Wraith Blades with Darth Maul. And we've infiltrated all 6 rattlings up there. So we are definitely going to be going after that Royal Guard. He shouldn't have turned coat. We are going to have to fight and kill him for being a traitor. We've also got the Vendetta coming on from reserve. Let's see how we go. Right, turn 1 is over. The Eldar, they immediately shot and moved right up. They did have a scatter spike squad that went over there to get the objective done there, and they fired all of their scatter bikes across. They took out one of my scatter bikes there, and all of the Wraith Guard went down as well. The Sentinel went down to 1 hull point, and then in my turn I fired the manticores up and over and missed their Wraith Knight and killed 2 of their jet bikes, so that one's running away. The other hits on the Wraith Knight didn't do anything. Been making that mistake since the beginning of the game, Rancor Wraith Knight. I moved my squad out here to try and get the melter guns a bit closer. Obviously I charged the Farseer and the Wraith Blades across. The dice rolls, well, you know what they say about stormtroopers shooting? It's very true. The amount of 1s I rolled was ridiculous. So I've had to move over to a 2nd pack of dice, and I'm going to chuck them in the bin later. But the my Rancor tried to charge in, failed. The amount of shots that I laid down and got so many 1s there, it was just unbelievable. So the score at the moment, they have first blood, and then they got 2 points on that one. We rolled a d3 and got 2. And they got 1 point for that one and 1 point for that one, so they've got 5 points in total. I only had plain objectives, and these are the only ones that I could get, so it's 5-3 as we move on to Eldar, turn 2. Right, that is end of turn 2. The Eldar pushed up, and over here they did push up forwards. They've obviously jumped back in their assault phases. They shot through and forced that unit, and that unit to go to ground, losing a couple of casualties here and there. The fire prisms shot through and took off two hull points off the manticore and just taken off the heavy bolter. In my turn, the Wraith Blades obviously took out that target and moved through here. The snipers, after the manticores had destroyed this tank, they took out 2 of the guard with their 6 rending. The 2 Rancors, or the Wraith Knight and the Rancor, they're still duking it out. He's still got 1 wound left. I've got 3 wounds left. I couldn't take that last wound off in this turn. The Vendetta came screaming on, nose to nose, and they took out 2 hull points off of it and stripped 2 weapons off of it, so it's down to 1 weapon left. I also fired up the speeder bikes and the melter guns from that squad. With the orders, I got the traditional classic double 1, so I got the orders go off for nothing, and these 2 were given bring it down, which they both did nothing anyway. So yes, I didn't actually score any points this turn because I had some terrible cards, as you see, but he did score
2 I got.
2.
Those 2.
He scored Kane's Wrath and secure objective 1. So he's still winning, but it's all to play for. There's still plenty of units dotted around the whole board as we go into turn 3. Right guys, that's turn 3 over and done with. Most of this lot didn't actually move that much on their turn. Pretty much he was focusing fire on the bulk of my guys. He managed to wipe out that squad that was out front. He took 2 off of the speeder bike that was there, but he's managed to stay put. In my turn, I've put the Vendetta into hover mode because he moved his flyer to there and then blew up, and I in turn went into hover mode and managed to blow him up. I focused fire on everything on the Wraith Guard, and I managed to wipe them down to 1 left. I'm moving up with the Wraith Blades over there. The Armoured Sentinel fired its 1 las cannon shot and managed to immobilise that fire prism. And this guy, he's tried to do his assault jump move, but as you see, double 1, he's stuck out in the open. So, with everything going down to the clutches, it is getting very close. Obviously, with the Wraith Knight and the Rancor down, the fight has opened up. This is the score so far, so there's only 3 points in it as we move on to turn 4. Right guys, that's the end of the turn. So they shot up loads of guard around here and took me just out of 3 inches from that, and turbo boosted right up so they could claim it to gain 2 objective scores. They slaughtered Darth Maul and his Wraith Guard. They've shot at and penetrated this, but they've managed to make it so it's snap shooting and can't move because it was hovering. And then in my turn, I retaliated by charging them, killing the Wraith Guard and blowing up the Spirit Seer that was in the tank, so that's Warlord kill as well. So as we go into turn 5, it is very close. It is scored 10 to 3 at the moment. 10 to 7. A bit of an odd time. But yes, here we go into turn 5. Right guys, nail biting conclusion to it all. He's brought down his fire prison down to here and tried to take off my speeder bike there. He ended up getting some guys out and completely annihilate him, denying me line breaker. And then with his one speeder bike and shots from everything that was all snap shooting, tried to take out Darth Vader in Warlord kill. He did have another speeder bike back here, and then in my turn I used this squad to charge and kill that speeder bike. I managed to kill this, and snipers, they dove down, they tried to run into the enemy's deployment zone but were just short, so I chose to just put them back in the building just in case we had made into another turn. This fire prism is immobilized, and yes, so the end score was 1 point in it. It ended up being 12-11 to the Eldar. Very close, nail biting. We've been speaking about it. Obviously for me it's definitely the Vendetta that destroyed most for me, and Nick's saying that his favourite is the Die Avengers because they just managed to take out that line breaker and secure him victory. So the Empire failed by 1, but will look to fight again, maybe even meet up with the Borg. Great game, Nick. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much for coming down.
Right. There we go, mate.